back to the channel, and as you can see on screen, my father and I visited a classic car show today that was held in Washington in Tyne Way in the UK. We normally visit this show maybe twice a year, and the standard of cars is absolutely wonderful, and the owners should be congratulated with the effort they've put into each of their cars. Some wonderful cars here, and I just want to highlight a few that I have been following in the last maybe a year to 2 years. And here we have a yellow three-wheeler that was discovered in a very sorry state, and the owner should be congratulated with the amount of work that has been put into this wonderful car. In this video I'm going to remove the steering rack, and I just want to point out basically there's two bolts here, and then we have the joint at the top. I'm going to oil. I normally put EP90 oil into the steering rack once a year, and I would advise any MGB owner just to put fill it and just work the steering. I think it's University or Universal Motors. There's a video on that. So I'm just going to come to the top of the car. So now slowly I now come down, and that's the joint there. I'm just going to come back into focus and slowly that's the joint there what needs to be loosened. And you can see I've already put a new bolt in many years ago. So I need to undo that and just break the taper, and it should actually just slide out. So I think the first thing to do is just to undo the bolt and do the bottom bolt on the cross member and see if I can remove it. I'm not going to put you on time lapse because, to be honest, trying to get the bolts from underneath the car, it's just a matter of some bolting. So wish me luck, and hopefully I should be able to do it by myself. Another car that should be noted is this Mini Clubman that the owner has taken 6 months to restore, and that is absolutely amazing. There were a few Fords which are absolutely wonderful that I have been following. The amount of detail is just amazing. It's just polished, and basically you can eat your dinner off that. It's absolutely wonderful, and each time I see the car it's just improving all the time. And sat beside that car is another Ford just as good. Again, same type of model, same vintage, but again just immaculate. I would say this is concourse. It's just everything is correct and to the highest standard. I've not seen anything better at a show. It's just amazing. Well, that's the steering rack removed, and it was simple. You can just see there's a couple of bolts on each side, and it just came out. Again, undone the joint, and it just slid out. So that is the steering rack removed, and now I need to inspect. I know I've got a slight oil leak from the crank, and I'm just now, well, basically at a junction as well. Do I now renew the seal? Again, I've been told that you can actually rent a space, that you can actually restore your own classic car. So if space is not available, this is maybe a place in the northeast that you can actually rent, and while it were those winter days, restoring one of your loves. Again, I was just walking around with my father and just following the progress. We visit this meeting every 6 months, and it's just wonderful to observe the progress being made. And I'm sure everybody in the classic car scene would agree it takes absolutely hours and hours to restore a classic car to a standard that we're all happy with.
favourite cars, a Morris Minor Traveller. This is one of my cars that I need to own. Absolutely brilliant. Again, the condition is just phenomenal. This is the type of car and the vintage that I would like to own sometime.
Well, that's the steering rack removed and it's gaining more and more space, but I just want to highlight, I believe I've got a leak from the crankshaft seal, and it's getting to the point now when once I remove the cross member, I'm going to have enough space to actually remove the pulley apart from, and if I just tilt upwards, the bottom of the radiator. So my question is, can I actually renew the seal before I replace the cross member? Because that'd be, you know, two jobs in one.
And lastly, this is my dream car, an RV8. It's basically an MG V8 that was made in the early 90s. I believe round about 1992 was the project, and it was developed before the MGF. But it's a V8, I think it's a 3.9 if I'm correct, but absolutely brilliant. Again, it's in a rare colour and the owner should be congratulated. It's absolutely super.